What's up? What's up? Good evening. Good evening. Back again. I hope y'all having a good evening. It is Monday. I'm currently on the road right now. But I want to talk about something. And the thing is, these days, you got to be careful because everybody is on edge. So my motto is treat people how you want to be treated, mind your business, and go home. Treat people how you want to be treated, mind your business, and go home. There's been so many times where I seen it in front of my face, and also I see it on the news. A lot of unalivings come from random arguments. There's been multiple times where I seen in real time people start to get to arguing and somebody start busting. You gotta realize it's 2026. People ain't trying to fight no more. You can't just look at a little argument, a simple argument is just an argument, right? I've seen it multiple times. I seen one time, this was years back, I was waiting at St. Louis Fish and Chicken, right? I was parked outside waiting on my food or whatever. It was a little argument going on, a little altercation. And it was like two dudes arguing with a woman or whatever, right? Next thing I know, I see a dude come out the apartment busting. I done seen stuff like this at parties. People start to arguing, somebody start busting. I done seen it at other places as well. I done seen it multiple times in my lifetime. And y'all gotta realize, especially these days, everybody is on edge. Nobody ain't just trying to sit there and fight. You know, I train martial arts and fighting and stuff, but that don't mean I'm trying to come out in the street and do that. Like, I keep that in the ring. That don't mean I don't think I'm better than anybody or I'm some type of tough guy. And you shouldn't think like that either, because people these days, they ain't trying to fight. They don't care about none of that. They trying to put you in a body bag. And I done seen so many cases of just some random argument just going over the edge and people getting unalive from it. So that's why I say treat people how you want to be treated. You know, you can't just sit there and talk to anybody any type of way, and treat people any type of way, because you don't know what that person going through. Just because you having a bad day don't mean you need to treat everybody else around you shitty. Because just like you having a bad day, person that you treat like that may just have one more thing that he was waiting for to push him over the edge, or her, no matter who it is, right? Can't go around thinking you this tough guy or this rah-rah woman, because there's no monopoly on violence. Anybody can go at any time. We all flesh and blood, we all bleed, and you don't know who that person is. You don't know what that person may have on them, and you just can't be on that type of time, because there's people out here that really got some screws loose, that's really willing to do their time and just don't care. Like, people really need to work on conflict resolution, or just completely just avoiding the situation as much as possible, especially if you have a lot to lose. If you have a lot to lose, most of the time it ain't even worth it. Now, I'm not saying you can't defend yourself. I'm not saying you can't protect yourself. But if a situation is avoidable, just avoid that situation. Just move around. Like, all right, you know what? You got it. Whatever. People can look at you like you scared or whatever the case may be. Like, at least you going home at night. That's the goal in life, to make it back home. Forget all this extra stuff. People are losing their life over petty arguments that could have easily been resolved. And I just see it way too often. I done seen it, like arguments turn to a fight, and then next thing you know, somebody shooting. Or matter of fact, it don't even get to the fighting part. Arguing, then shooting. I done seen multiple places within the past like couple years, and you know, maybe I used to work at these places, or I've been to these places, or it happened right in front of me at times, to where people would get into an argument and they'll either start shooting, or I done heard somebody got unalived at that same place that I go to every day. And I just think it and look at it like this, right? Look at it like, dang, what if I would have got into an argument with that person, right? Over something real petty. Ain't no telling what it's about. And, you know, I don't got my thing on me because, you know, say I'm going to the grocery store, I'm going there to shop. But I get into it with somebody over something petty, you know, and then they end up putting their thing out and shooting me over a little argument. It can happen like that anytime. So that's why I say treat people how you want to be treated. You know, treat people with respect. Treat people with dignity, no matter who they is. You know, it's a lot of people that's just rude for no reason. They try to talk down on people for no reason. Like, you can't do that to everybody. Because, like I said, people have screws loose. You don't know who you talking to or what they capable of. So just try to treat people how you want to be treated. Next thing is mind your business. Like, if it doesn't involve you, right? The best thing to do is mind your business. Now, if somebody is getting hurt or harmed, I done heard about these situations a lot, to where, you know, maybe a woman is dealing with an abusive boyfriend or something, and it's a domestic incident, and man trying to come in and help, and ending up getting unalived for it. The best thing to do in that situation is just call the police. Why risk your life over there? Now, if it's like dire straits and you feel like that woman is about to get unalived then and there, you know, or any situation, you know, you feel like somebody is possibly may get unalived and you want to risk your life doing that, hey, by all means, you know, I'm not going. Now, if there's a situation where I just see an old woman getting beaten up or something like that, I'm not going to let that happen, you know, because the police is not finna get there in time in certain situations. So, in certain situations, you got to do what you got to do, but you got to judge it accordingly. Sometimes, it's better to just mind your business. Things are going to blow over. And you just got to kind of have that note to judge it for yourself and see and fill out the situation. Because there's been times where dudes try to come in and help women, and the woman that they help and turn on them. and tell the police that you was in the wrong and you was starting stuff. So mind your business. You know, if it's somebody is parking in the wrong spot, maybe they may be parking in a handicap, who is you to go up and tell them, oh, you don't need to be parking in that spot, or woo woo woo. Like, when it's stuff like that, just mind your business. Because people get unalive over like small incidents like that as well. And go home. Like, me personally, I already don't like people as it is. But I know I have to deal with people. You know, I'm a cool person. Like I said, I treat everybody how I want to be treated. But
police reported ahead.
You can be at the wrong place at the wrong time, and then stuff just happens. So, you know, try to avoid certain places to where you know it's gonna be hot at, and you know stuff like that is gonna pop out. I'm not saying you can't have fun and go do stuff, but you always got to be on alert. Me personally, you know, if I go do stuff, I have a certain time limit to where I'm out, and then I'm gone. Like, you know, I'm not trying to, especially if it's certain environments. You know, after a certain amount of time, say you may go to a party, a little kickback or something, right? After a certain amount of time, you know, people start to drinking, smoking, get looking into them. Like, as time goes on, something is bound to happen. Something is bound to kick off. So it's cool to go kick it for a while, but you got to know when to leave. You know, they like to, you know that saying, leave before the devil show up, or something like that. And I seen this lady talking. She was talking about how I'm supposed to leave before how I'm supposed to know before the devil show up. But 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get that gut feeling. You're gonna have some type of feeling like, alright, it's time for me to go. It's getting a little crazy here. And you just gotta play it accordingly. You know, the goal at the end of the day is make it home, or not lose everything that you work for. If you have something to lose, there's a lot of people that don't have anything to lose. So why are you if you have a lot to lose, why are you entertaining people that don't have anything to lose? So you gotta think smart out here. You gotta move smart out here. You gotta be aware.
Car on shoulder reported ahead.
Road rage incidents, or whatever the case may be. Don't get out the car. Keep it pushing. Hey, something may happen. Somebody may cut you off or flick you off, or maybe you made somebody mad, or whatever the case may be. Whatever. Keep it pushing. You know, don't try to get out and argue with them, because it's a lot of those that leads to unaliveness as well. It's just happened recently. And I say, you know, that woman, she feared for her life, you know. She was scared of dude, and hey, she defended herself. But you know, stuff like that can be avoided. You know, just remove yourself from the situation if possible, to where you don't even have to go through all that. And that's all I gotta say. Y'all stay safe out here. Like I said, everybody is on edge. You know, certain interactions can go from 0 to 100 real quick. So my motto is treat people how you want to be treated when you out. Mind your business and go home. And live another day to do whatever your purpose is on this earth. And peace. Y'all have a good day.